Hello, I'm Lucas. This is a bit of lit, and I'm here to talk about book two. I'm gonna try and keep Paradise Lost. I'm gonna try and keep this much shorter than the last video for book one. And in book two, book one, we had all the devils and demons and fallen angels, along with Satan, fall to hell, and they were chained down with adamantine chains, but they get free, they build pandemonium, and they enter essentially a war room to discuss what they will accomplish next, what measures they will take. And that's what book two is. It's the war room. And we have four actually, different fallen angels give different responses for what they think should happen. The first is, I forgot, is it Belial or it's Moloch. Moloch. He's not happy about being in hell. He thinks it's worse than anything that could ever happen. And so he says that the best thing that we can do is fight to take over heaven. Because even if we die, that's better than living in this place. And then next is Belial, who has a different approach, not necessarily advocating for peace, but advocating that they live with what they've got, essentially, to break it down in a little too simplistically, but just live with what they have, because maybe God will forgive, because they could still be chained down by the lake of fire like they were, but they were let go from the adamantine chains because of God. So let's not poke the beast again. And a lot of people are interested in that because he's not necessarily saying that we should have peace. There seems to be more to what he's saying, but that's sort of the surface of what he's saying. And people kind of agree with that. And then there's Mammon, who despises God and despises heaven and wants nothing to do with it, and he wants to make a kingdom of hell and build things there and have their own space and rule from there. And then there is Beelzebub, and he suggests that there's a rumor. I think I did make a quick quote. He suggests that what they should do is take action against the new creations of God, that there were rumors and legends about, prophecies or something, rumors about him creating that he will treat as his favorite creation, essentially, that being man. And what they should do is pervert them in a way that he will destroy them or greatly punish them. And everyone really likes that idea, but somebody's got to do it, right? Enter Satan. And at this point you realize, if you didn't already, that it was completely staged. And really this was Satan's plan all along. And we kind of got the idea in the first book too, if you read it. So I'll just read a little bit of this. Alone, so hardy as to proffer or accept alone the dreadful voyage, till at last Satan, whom now transcendent glory raised above his fellows with monarchical pride, conscious of highest worth, unmoved, thus spoke. O progeny of heaven, imperial thrones, with reason hath deep silence and demur seized us, though undismayed. Long is the way and hard that out of hell leads up to light, our prison strong, this huge convex of fire, outrageous to devour, immures us round ninefold, and gates of burning adamant barred over us, prohibit all egress. These past, if any pass, the void profound of unessential night receives him next, wide gaping, and with utter loss of being threatens him, plunged in that abortive gulf. If thence he scape into whatever world or unknown region, what remains him less than unknown dangers, and as hard escape? But I should ill become this throne, O peers, and this imperial sovereignty adorned with splendor, armed with power. If aught proposed and judged of public moment in the shape of difficulty or danger could deter me from attempting. And he keeps going on and on and on, but there's a lot to unpack there, right? He's obviously manipulating them. This had to be his idea from the beginning, because shortly before, nobody's really, saying, "Oh, I'll do it." They're kind of, they like the idea, but no one really wants to do it. And then Satan comes in saying, "Oh, think of how difficult it is, how hard it is, how many challenges there are, all the things in our way to even accomplish this. I will be the one to do it." That way he can have a full grip on an iron fist on his power. And I just really appreciate that. You can see how conniving he really is. Even though we're still following him, so it does still kind of feel like he is the hero. I think this moment is brilliant. And not to mention, this whole war room thing, it feels like politicians talking about policy. And none of these policies are any good. Because they're all evil, right? So anyway, he decided, everyone, okay, yeah, they go out, they start talking about it a little bit, and they start building. Satan, and this is where the book gets weird, he goes off and flies through the gates of hell, but he can't get out because he needs to get past these guardians. Sin and death. And Sin is his daughter that he seems to have forgotten that he made from his head. And his daughter had a child with him, and that is death. His daughter is this woman who's half serpentine. Because of death, her son and his son and grandson, because it gets incestuous and creepy. He threatens to cause them physical harm, and I didn't underline this part for the quote, but she says something along the lines of, "Why would you? O Father, what intends thy hand," she cried, "against thy only son?" His son being death through his daughter Sin. And death, to make this family dynamic even worse, impregnated his mother and sister, and created these hellhound dogs that are encircling Sin. And it is a very strange family reunion, to say the least. But I think, "O Father, what intends thy hand," she cried, "against thy only son?" The crimes of death, who is insatiable and wants to kill Sin to feast. The crimes of death are sort of passed down from Satan in a way, right? And sin and death come down after the war to be the guardians. They're cast down just like them, but they're not. Brought down, chained down like Satan and his posse. But there is sort of an idea there of generational sin or sins of the father kind of thing. And even, God punishing his children and this kind of thing. Anyway, he recruits them and they break out of hell into chaos, which I assume is more space than anything. And they meet, or not chaos, into an abyss, which I took as space. And he meets like chaos and night and confusion and all these other things. And he tells them of his plan. He means no harm to them, but he needs to pass through to bring humanity to eternal damnation. So, I need to not touch my face. Yeah, that's about book 2. I hope I remembered everything right, and I hope I didn't misspeak on anything. Let me know what you thought of it. I will make a video of book 3 later, and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, 11 and 12 later, because my intended purpose for this read-along, the videos were long and I was having troubles uploading them. Anyway, this is about 5 minutes shorter than yesterday, so not too bad. Thank you, bye.